Day 22 started by upgrading the breath placeholder with a more professional style suited a zombie survival game. Also, I made that the player HUD disappears if the inventory menu is opened and reappears when it closed. Then I decided to work on the inventory user interface style. First, I changed the background to be darker and with some noise. Added an outline and a different noise pattern for the upper tab. Changed the font and the title background of the Inventory Slots tab. In the same tab, I changed the main body background, adding some noise and a stroke. Following the same style, I changed the player preview background. Plus, I added some white noise to the background to make it fit the rest of the design. After that, I also changed the slot style, followed by the item count. Then I changed the default cursor with a custom one. It also changes when hovered on top of an item. The next day, I decided to work on the item tooltip. First, I changed its style to be similar to the player inventory menu. Then I added a background color for the items you can pick up. The color represents the rarity of the item. The same way, the rarity is shown now in the inventory. The worst levels are bad, poor, and fair that has colors ranging from red to pastel pink. Then we have the average that is gray, followed by good that is green. Excellent is blue, pristine is violet, flawless is purple, and legendary is yellow. Also, I added the value of items and made that it changes based on quantity of items in a stack and also the rarity as well. Going back to the main inventory was time to change the action menu as well and conform it to the new style. Next, I addressed another feedback on my previous week devlog. To be precise, the part related to items' weight. Now the tooltip changes the displayed weight to update based on items in the stack. To make use of the new weight stat for items, I added a bottom section in the Inventory tab to display the total carried weight. To finish the day, I added a player stat to control the max carry weight. This allows to have a weight limit. Then to display it better, I added a slider with a loading bar. While the weight is under 60%, it will be green. Until 80%, it will be yellow. Until 90%, it will be orange, and above that, it will be red. Day 24 started by adding a compass to the upper side of the screen. Similarly to the breath bar, it hides when the inventory is opened. After that, I added a cool effect that shows the item you pick up. The icon and the dust revealing colors are the same as used to represent the item rarity. Then I made that if multiple items are picked up, it shows the amount before the name. Going back to the weight system, I decided to remove the player's ability to sprint when carrying over 80% of the weight capacity, followed by disabling also the run after 90%, while by going above 100%, the character cannot even move. To tell the player that is not a bug but a feature, I created a HUD element that will display what is disabled. To finish the day, to help new players learn about the system. First time the weight will limit the movements, a tutorial tooltip will appear explaining how it works. Day 25 started by implementing the remove item from inventory when selected to be dropped. This also automatically updates the weight. So as soon as the weight lowers below the threshold related to movement limitations, it automatically removes the notification and restores automatically the disabled abilities. Then I built some custom moodlet icons for moving that I replaced in the tutorial screen and in the notifications. Also, I made that only the worst moodlet is active, while the others disappears. After that, I enabled cached tutorials. This means that if you trigger multiple tutorials at the same time, they will display one after another until they all will play out. Then I added another moodlet type, this time related directly to the weight limit. This is important because there will be other reasons why the character will lose mobility. To finish the day, I changed the breath bar icon to make it easier to understand. Day 26 started by implementing new notifications related to the weapon damage. Below 40%, it now displays a worn durability. Below 20%, it displays the damage durability. While below 10%, it displays the breaking durability. Also, I made that if the weapon breaks, it removes this notification, while updated if a new weapon is equipped. Next, in the bottom left corner of the screen, I added a new user interface. this time to display the equipped weapon. Immediately after, I expanded this widget to display also the current fire mode as well. Then I made a new reload animation for the C7 rifle and added ammo count in the magazine to the weapon interface. Day 27 started replacing the previous sway animations for the pistol with static poses, in order to allow the procedural animation systems built before to take over. Next, I changed the running animation for the pistol to just pull down the gun and use the sway system for the movement. Then I modified also the sprint animation to pull up the gun to the right side. The same way I added the running animation for the C7 rifle, followed by the sprinting animation. Considering that beside the pose transition, the rest is procedurally generated using the sway system, the end result to me looks quite good.